I think it's just being part of an organisation that really lives its values every day, and seeing the positive impact that our reporting can have on people's lives.
Probably the thing I'm most proud of is that the B Corp thing doesn't feel like it's mine anymore. There are, lots and lots of people in the agency that talk about it, that are a part of it, and that are driving it forward. It started as something that I really championed and wanted to make happen. And the best thing is when you see your children grow up and get taken on by others, and that's exactly what's happened. It feels that that this is something that is everyone's, not mine, and I love that. I'm very proud of it.
What makes me proud to be part of Conspiracy of Love? Well, it's right there in the name. Conspiracy of Love refers to this kind of secret hidden network of people inside companies and agencies all around the world, all trying to do some good, and our job is to support them, to give them the ammunition they need to make the business case for good, to help them provide the strategic framework, the creative concepts to help mobilize them. So I'm proud to be part of this invisible network of people around the world who are all secretly working away to try and fix some of the biggest problems in the world today.
I'm proud to be part of Good Loop because we prioritize action over words. We said we wanted to be an ethical company, so we doubled down, we did the work, and we certified as a B Corporation. We help our clients too to deliver action. We help them translate their brand purpose into funding for on-the-ground charities around the world so they can have real-world impact.
From a personal perspective, there are three key reasons that I'm proud to work for Pucker Herbs. First and foremost, Pucker chooses to prioritize the planet over profit. We think holistically about the impact that we have in the systems in which we work, and that's why we as a company have committed to be net zero by 2030, not through offsetting, but through primarily trying to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. It's why we've committed to use only circular packaging by 2025, and it's why we're committed to regenerative organic agriculture. The second reason for which I'm proud to work for Pucker is that as an organization, Pucker wants to be a leader in ethical business, whether it be through sourcing ingredients and raw materials in the most ethical way possible, or whether it's by working out how to be the most inclusive, welcoming, anti-racist employer that we possibly can be. Pucker leads with its values first. And the third reason is that because Pucker wants to create an environment where all of us prioritize people, where we can be compassionate and respectful and kind to one another. And because Pucker wants to encourage people to be the best possible version and their most authentic self.
First, I think the media and advertising industries can have a huge influence over how the public in general view different issues. So I think we should all actually feel very empowered about the impact that we can have. On a personal level, I think it's about treating people with respect and just looking for small ways to improve everything that we do.
I don't think that it is difficult to be the change, actually, and neither does it need to cost money most of the time. The way we always talk about it is actually every day you make lots and lots of decisions, some of them small, some of them big, and you simply can choose to look at those decisions through different lenses. If you look at them solely through the lens of how much money is it going to make me, you'll make one decision. If you look at it through the lens of which decision is best all round on a balanced basis for people, profit, and planet, And actually, sometimes you make different decisions. And I always use one example to illustrate that, and that was the example of all of the food that we produce in the building each day, and the fact that it used to all go to waste, just get thrown out. And we chose that shouldn't be the case anymore, that we would not waste our food. And so now all of the food that isn't used at the end of a day, either if it's still packaged and untouched, goes out to charities for people to eat. And if it's not edible, then it goes out to both gardening and farming collectives in and around the community. Now, food is such a huge contributor to our carbon footprint and we've got 1,800 people working in our building when it's open. So actually that's a significant contribution, but all it took was a different phone call. It hasn't cost us any more money. It simply required us to decide that we would phone the organisations that will come and get the food from us instead of phoning the bin men. And so for me, that's a great example. You look at all of the decisions you're making every day, but just look at them through a different lens, and then you can make change, and you can have a positive contribution through those everyday moments.
So one tip we always say to people is find your allies. Find that one other person inside your company or agency who believes in the same thing as you do. And just find that one other person and start talking to them, because suddenly they're not alone, you're not alone. And that's how one becomes two, two becomes three, three becomes a movement. Just go and find somebody else. And trust me, there are millions of people out there who feel the same way as you do. And that's how you can take the first step towards doing more good in the world and finding more fulfillment and meaning in your career.
There are some really easy ways you can bake ethics into your everyday life, right? Like shopping at charity shops, or carbon offsetting your travel and your lifestyle. It's actually super cheap to carbon offset. If you go to coolearth.com or ecology.com, there's some really easy carbon offset tools that help you in a matter of moments figure out how much you'd need to donate for your entire life to be carbon positive. So if you can afford it, that's a really great way to ensure that you're having a positive impact in the world. But yeah, I definitely say start by just not being a dick.
To listen to our intuition and not to let go of some of our ideals. In business, people make compromises all of the time. And I think it's by staying true to ourselves, to our ideals, to our values, and not simply accepting the status quo that we're able to make the most impactful and meaningful change.